We appreciate you watching and listening to The Dead Jeff Show. Please like and subscribe and tune in for more videos. If you've been following, you know that I felt it was the Detroit Lions and the Kansas City Chiefs. Maestro had Tampa Bay and Kansas City last week and the week before, and Nick had Detroit and Buffalo.
Yep.
So, Nick, who are you going with now through this week's action? Who do you think's the best team in the NFC and the best team in the AFC? Your Super Bowl favorites.
So I'm going to stay in the AFC first just because that doesn't change for me. It's still Buffalo. I don't think anything about the game against Kansas City would give you any pause to think that would be different. You know, Kansas City, who had been a lot of teams' picks, is now 5-4, which is just an insane stat to me. If you look at the other two lost teams in the AFC, you've got the Broncos, the Colts, and the Patriots. Although the Patriots look very, very good and have already beaten Buffalo, I still like Buffalo better. So in the AFC, I'll go Buffalo. And in the NFC, man, I it's really tough. And you said earlier that was enough of the Eagles talk. And I hate to say it, but it's hard for me to just be objective, and it's hard for me not to say that Philly, especially with the upgrades they just made in the trade deadline, that Philly's not the best team in the NFC.
Wow. Okay. I think for me, I mean, you talked about the Chiefs being 5-4, and if you look it up real quick, I don't know what their odds are to go to the Super Bowl, let alone win it, but I bet they're still pretty high, which is probably crazy, right? I will agree that I don't think right now you can put them. They got 4 losses, and that's shocking, right? The Broncos are 7-2. The Chargers are 6-3, and they're ahead of them in the division. So, obviously we feel like they can catch those two teams and still win their division, right? You don't feel like the division is out of reach for the Chiefs,
No,
right?
they are still the favorite in the Super Bowl odds somehow.
Right, and that's the eye test. And Luke's saying the same thing. Maestro is showing me the odds. He's like, the Chiefs are still the favorite, right, in the AFC.
It's insane. It's insane.
And that's the Andy Reid, Pat Mahomes factor, right?
Yep.
So I do agree that Buffalo, looks really strong. Patriots, I'm not 100% sold on. The funniest thing about the Patriots is they're 4-0 on the road, and they're 3-2 at home, which is a little crazy.
Yeah,
but
young team.
So you don't really know. And then you got the Steelers, who I'm not sold on. The Ravens are going to have to fight to really get back in it, but they still can. Colts, I don't know what to say about the Colts. Honestly, I like, the fact that they feel like they're going all in and they've got a chance here. But I wouldn't put them as the best team. I think I'm going to have to say, for me, it's really a toss-up in the AFC between the Chiefs and the Bills for me. But
Yep.
I'm gonna go crazy here and stick with the Chiefs because my eyes know what I've seen and what I am currently seeing and how it's gelling. Now, I thought the Chiefs might make a trade to bolster their run game today. They didn't really do that, so I'm a little disappointed in that. But in the NFC, this if you say, Jeff, look with your eyes, not with your emotions. My emotions want me to say Tampa Bay, but my eyes tell me Seattle Seahawks.
Okay. Wow.
I feel like in the NFC right now, I would put Seattle, Philly, and Tampa in the same sentence. And Detroit drop down a notch because somebody needs to let Detroit know they have Jahmyr Gibbs on their team.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you have a weapon like that and barely use him? And same with Jameson Williams. I feel like they don't use them enough. So I'm getting a little frustrated with them. Maybe they do miss Ben Johnson. So I'm going to change from Detroit, and I'm going to say Seattle Seahawks right now in the NFC with Philly, Tampa, and Detroit and Green Bay. That if they would round out my top group. Maestro, what do you say?
Chiefs and Rams.
Okay, Luke is staying with
Ooh,
the Chiefs. Did you hear him off
I
mic?
heard that. Yeah, I heard the second one. The Chiefs
And the
isn't. Yeah.
Los Angeles Rams. So
Wow.
Devontae Adams finally gets a ring, says Luke.
Yeah.
Says Maestro. Now, I can't believe Stafford's not more in the MVP discussion. I think he's like
He's
22 touchdowns and 2 picks or something.
yeah, number 2 in PFF ranking right now, only behind Sam Darnold in terms of quarterback play this season.
Hold on a second. What's that, Maestro?
I'm saying Puka's been in and out this season and still got those stats.
Yeah, Puka Nakua has been in and out of the lineup, but Stafford's still balling. So Maestro goes with the Rams, not the Bucks, and the Chiefs. I think we're on the same wavelength with the Chiefs. Nick has Philly.
Yeah, I don't
Uh,
love it
uh,
either.
it
I
hurts me.
know.
Hurts me to
I
say
know.
it.
I know.
And Buffalo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I like the Rams pick. That's nice. I like that.
All right. So there you have it. That's who we think the front runners are for the Super Bowl.